Good morning. Or whatever it is, wherever you are. I guess I should make sure this is working. Right. I always forget to change folders. Not surprising. Let's see. Did I not remove the on command already? I'm actually thinking I might have done that and I didn't change the notes. So we've got that. We've got the new things. And I'm not sure that I know what else to do short of testing it again and seeing if I actually inherit anything this time. Okay, it is still there. And I don't think I have a source control window. That was all part of that patch. So I should have just browsed it. I also made some changes to you. Right, because the player labels. Okay, that was my Nick a pile check. Have we done any exports to you yet? No. All right, own command. Location. I was looking at adding it here, and then we got readme patches. All right, I never actually wrote anything into here either. Anything else to catch up on? Well, maybe. Right, hovering. Point to the location. Is that supposed to be the distance? Why is that one close? When not close? Oh, that's the blue pointer. Okay. Talking to itself. Replaces many instances. So there's that. We never added property slips in here either. Actually, I might have started doing that in the other document. And then got to the odor command. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I like that wording better. Distance when hovered, own property. Change to auto run. Auto run. So we've already modified that one. Already modified that one. All right, so we dropped own command. The rest of it just kind of, well, the silencing could use, it's just kind of a general testing thing. I think these others are probably small enough we can throw into this batch. I might need to like export as a provisional and test it if I start going into anything else. No, not you. All right, so leader names be part of name labels. Well, we kind of touch on the slip stuff because it's when we get some kind of leader message. Or is this before? Yep. Oh, it's lowercase here. Okay. So this is the location slip itself. Oh, we actually do have to look up the person here, though. That other bit of code was not doing that. So if we ever have occasion to get a leader marker, let's see, another one was text lead or text sup. Then it's badge color. So really, it's whenever we get the this leader thing. Someone independently of anything else. Do we ever are testing this? Well, you're doing some testing. If it's not really a person. Did he have extra signaling for that? I know he had a flag for baby. No. This is kind of where he's handling special cases. And person key equals text lead. Maybe creation message not received yet. Probably this won't have a timing issue. Was it name known? Yes. This is going to be a little bit of a pain to test. Because I have to get enough people in there for it to be a leader with an unknown name. All right, and we get... So at least the next player will be a child. Child will know its mother's name. Mother having named the child will know the child's name. I guess we can make sure. String that says 2. We do still have this leader thing. That might be something else we want to look into. So nothing crashes there. Okay, you are new. Okay, so that's the child. I don't know your name. But it has to be your leader. Okay, so that must be the new follower thing. Okay, so if we get leader message, the game would have normally told us the leader's name, so we know their name. Go to, I think it's location slips. We ended up doing most of this. That's treating it as a meta character, or is it actually having them speak that? It's a plus. Well, I guess a player could still type that, but they probably won't. Build. My lady. Okay, so that is a client thing. Oh, it's probably translated. A. Lead label. Is that dynamically constructed somehow? %s label. Temp person key. Text leader. Yeah, the text is lead, so it's lead label. So these are things that I've been meaning to think about. Oh, this is based on the default home position? Well, it's not just that. The baby labels show up on everybody. Maybe I ended up blocking that somewhere else. There is a baby label. Oh, maybe the baby, it's fam for everybody else, and baby for the one that was pointed to because of this. So in theory, this is getting an arrow because it's a home marker, not because I have my own pointer to it. Check if we have an arrow to them. Well, this is doing current speech. Okay, we're assuming that translates to something. Baby leader. We should always have some form of pointer to that. Although we could potentially have multiple pointers. So, like drawing the cur home pause, must not be called cur home pause elsewhere. Then location expiration. Because I know I didn't remove drawing of the base marker. Ground location slips, else. Oh, so that's going purely off the offsets, which are updated elsewhere. Is it this code? We're currently getting location slips. Might not be this code. Okay, unused variable. That means it did something. It's not just this code. Okay, we're not getting that speech directly from the server. What's this? Oh, this is leader command. Maybe that does it directly, and that's only for messages. Yep, and then do label. So this is probably fine. That was for like other message things. Hello, Lego Master. How's it going? This is for other things. And then, do we explicitly do lead label? Okay, fine. Oh, leader label. Maybe it's just translated as lead. Leader label. Show player label. But I even want to shut that down entirely in this case. What do we use that for? Follower. Oh yeah, and allies, which I'm still not sure about. I don't know if I should shut that down entirely. Wait, is the entire purpose... Yeah, that lead was scoped to there, so that's the only thing we do the lead object for. And that gives us the position, I guess. It's kind of like I don't need any of this. Because this is all setting up for this command. But as a patch, this is much simpler. All right, we should still have a pointer. Show player label. Follower is a little bit of a tough one. And there's often going to be too many of them that make the slips work well. Same thing with allies. Well, I did it for family. Maybe that's still only on screen. Well, no, flat family tend to be smaller than the entire town. All right, this was a. Weren't sure about that one. And that's a little patch too. I think that was built into object search. Default search for craving. All right, if we have no search, and we have a default search, oh. Shouldn't satisfying a craving give us a new craving? Oh. We push back, we do not clear. Maybe that's the issue. There's thought objects, and then there's actually maybe kind of the... possibly the location slip itself. We already said there's no search string, so we're not searching for anything. And this is the right patch. Yeah, there's default search for craving. Now let's see if any of these people have a craving we can actually satisfy. Wild garlic. Yep. That might be a little bit of a tough one, actually. You are burdock root, which would be a little bit easier. Now, the default search really only does the item itself. I guess I could try to like look up the item name and then broaden it. All right, so we're here. Okay, so that's that. We've got a pointer to it. We've got a new craving. And there's, well, I guess the real question is not necessarily that, but if we have another burdock root, just not our, well, we've changed search terms now. Thankfully, gooseberries will actually be pretty easy to do this with. You know, they should be. Do I have to create a great gooseberry? Here we go. Oh, I'm not hungry and won't be for a very long time. I guess for crave testing, I actually need to be in a different set of server settings. Okay, you're craving cactus fruit, though. Hey, pile of cactus fruit, that works. Except the thing we're going to be pointing to is going to be the loose ones. And I started off at perfect temperature, so I'm not hungry yet. Alright, arrow gone. I don't think I need to do any more testing like that. So we are on object search. That was kind of a little bug fix. So I think that takes care of that. So this might be worth doing a provisional sort of snapshot. STG. Let's see, I think it does all that stuff. And let's see, the series file should not have changed. Unless it has an ID in it. The other thing we're looking for is, what was it? Make sure leadership graph didn't get exported. Okay. So given no changes, I think it will be indeed 83. I don't also need to commit it yet. But we've got a snapshot of things. And it's still pretty early. So that stuff's testing. I don't know what about you. That looks like standard. Those both look like standard speech. So it seems like I end up searching for the same things an awful lot. What did... Yep. I know I've done F1. MG key F1. And this comes through in special keys? Special key down, yes. Minor gems key. I mean, those are probably going to be consecutive. Huh. Oh, so the problem is you're usually focused on the input field. So I'd have to figure out how to unfocus that search field to fix that particular problem. Else, if it's F1, could we do a range? Okay, so that is set text. Oh, this is the up down. Which actually, never mind, that's another little minor thing. I think my search isn't keeping this count correctly. Either the position or the index. The phrases are in there. This starts at 0 and just checks for it. Am I not updating sent chat phrases? Oh, no, because it's in the list. If it's up or down. If it's up, oh, if it's up, then go to phrases -1. This be, let's see, so this would have been object search, essentially. Okay, there's Flint. If we go up, we get Flint. Wolf. We go up, we get Wolf. High. We go up, we get High. Is it repetition that's throwing it off? Oh. It does remove duplicate phrases, so that might throw me off a little bit. Hmm. I guess I need to pay better attention to what's confusing me about this. Because the line order does feel off. So new. These are mainly for searches, but it could be for, I think it could be for any text box thing. All right, so we've got F1. That will sort of necessarily take out one possibility. Okay, so that's it here. No, I probably searched too much. No, not bash. Okay, that's the only one there. Then there's minor gems. Which should have the definition for these at least. Okay, they are in fact pretty much 1, 2, 3. And met from Glutkey. SDLK. Maybe probably for different versions. Okay, I don't see any default bindings. This is like over in like common source or something from the main game. Unless it's actually handled by one of the underlying key codes. Or some other mechanism. So those should be consecutive. Do we have anything? I guess this would be, it's kind of related to object search, so we'd have like sought objects. That's a member variable. Probably because the other search-related stuff was member variables. So I know that the other hotkey stuff is interaction. Yeah, these are just kind of defined. I don't know if these really need an enum. It's pretty much gonna, I guess it'd be kind of a cute way to count out the right number. Well, there's default search for craving. Init keybinds, yum type. We're going to end up needing something like this in order to keep it as a single file. There's the interaction key. There is the help text for it, which I'm not really in a good place to put this on the help screen. So this is going to be... Well, this one could almost be, yeah, are any of them defined? Otherwise, we pass on the key. I guess this is a point to question. Well, I have 12 F keys, so that sounds about right. Well, it... Would you want to delete your config file if you just want to turn them off? So we did... these are not going to be const char. Oh, I'm forgetting my C pointer order because we want a array of pointers. Constant pointer to constant. Or do we do... And we just say it's that number. And then there's a question of, do we have built-in defaults? Well, that had built-in defaults. Well, certainly that'll be easier than actually setting up the config file parsing, although we've basically got it right there. Or what does this... Does this be a array of array buffer? I'd have to do size checking in that case. Yeah, this didn't have any dynamic memory allocation. These are probably going to be a lot more personal than like the keybinds. Interaction keys. And that is the default text. Do you have a default value if I don't set you? Could probably just start off initializing that. Less than... All right, sure, we have a baseline. And macro keys. So this is key macros. Now you're not just a singular, you're basically this entire thing. Doesn't leave any room to have like a comment for what key it is. So if we save it, it's held in there. Yeah, this breaks. I wonder if that leaves the individual, lets the individual parts be leaked? If there were to be more lines? All right, so if, as a comparison, a blank string is still a string. Of course, I know having done all of that, I probably want to do some simpler tests about putting some text in. Defined but not used, that's fine. In key code, greater than or equal to. Well, we'll go ahead and leave this patch as doing all of them. Obviously, it won't be able to do F1. All right, so when we type that, we're not actually typing, so I don't think these key downs matter. I'm not actually sure the focus matters. Oh, this might affect the said phrase history. Okay, set text, set text. Remove exact duplicates. So this is changing it, but not executing it. I guess normally it only executes on that show up as that. $13. If not focused, focus because it brings it up. If it is focused, oh, this is one of the problems we had. Currently, all of this execution is essentially by in line with the key handler. So I either have to extract that or I have to call the key handler. And we would actually have to focus the field because it's going to do that. And I think it's just key down 13. Okay. Don't really see a blink on the focused. So that's kind of okay. This will wipe out any existing text because it's just a full-on set text. And I guess we should do that. All right, so now for the execution side, we have to do more interesting things. if, well, we should have already established that it's in range. So we say and we need to check this against. I guess we could technically do this in there once the other conditions are established. If macro and would there be any reason to have blank as a macro? I mean, I guess it would function as the delete text then close. I don't think so. Well, no, actually. Our loader should never let that happen anyway. All right, so now we actually have to define something. Init, probably was keybinds. And let's see, in our test directory, build Windows, settings, or we could pick any file. All right, so this is going to be F1, which is we currently have as something else. F1 is close, say box, and things I'm doing all the time. I don't know if it's uppercasing on entry or if it's handling that with the text. Oh, speaking of a close, a clear search would be nice. No. Don't hold shopping kindling. Do you have any of those in the notes? Shovel. I guess burdock semicommon. Grizzly. And I suppose there's always the move actually F button. And I can maybe think more about if there's any sensible allocation of those later. So line 1 is going to be that. And I guess you can kind of do that as placeholders. course, you will actually say those things, so it could be a little silly if you miss. Maybe we can get the litany of yum in there. Okay, so that is not getting its way through. Oh, no, file name. Okay, oh, right, that was clear search. So if we do whole, that gives me a really quick way to close that. And that does nothing. All right, that was close. So something that would be nice would be able to do that dynamically. Still, that's not a bad start. We're also not checking for the enabled setting. There we go. So you'd probably want to do like a shifter control. We are in living life. So that's the current value. What was control? It was like modifier. I use this in one of the patches. It's on pointer down. Mod click. Or is that like right button? Auto run, force ground click. Just mouse left button right. There's one of our things where we skip. Skip the pointer actions. Action pending. And only do movement actions. No, it was safe field open and oh no, it was control keys could do it outside of. So that's an interaction key thing actually. I think I also did that something for pointers. Interaction keys. If enabled, key not handled by case. You're not really doing any of that. Am I skipping some other case and going on to here then? Or did I have to do something with the text box itself? That command processing is a big diversion. Can you handle by case? Oh, because this is the emotes. Right. Command key. MG key F. We won't have to delete it if it's there. Yep, nope, that's the wrong thing. Is command key. No, that. You're doing that. You're doing that. That's all fine. Let's see. So if is command key down and save field is focused. Then we want safe field get text. Yes. I really need to remember markers. Let's see. So if you... Well, safe field, I think, should always have a non-null text. Cur text and stir comp, cur text. It's a 0 if it's equal. Then, I think this is for strings. So that's the safe field text. I need to do something to copy that, don't I? That's copying it into a buffer. Which I guess these could be buffers. Where else are we dealing with deletes? We have to do copy. We have to do... Anyway, where do we copy and then delete? That's an operation that creates a new string. I guess where it's parsing commands, it's often like getting pointers to the substring, and then you might have to copy bits of it. That's auto sprintf, like nothing would, I guess, would do it. Get relation name. So translate is essentially creating something. Where do we handle the say message? Lines. Stir. That's just first space. But maybe we're then using that to get the string to copy. String duplicate, that'll do it. We need to put some stuff actually into, yeah, you were just comparing. Or you're calling a function that compares. All right, so if we control F2, well, okay, there is a rate limit on just straight up rate limit on speech. That's probably not going to be, yeah, because we're handling the searches locally. Yeah, there's a straight speech limit. I'm not sure if that's in the server or if it has something to do with message sending. just as well to have it though. So we can do that locally. Then we would have to have a thing to collect them all and rewrite the setting file. I don't know if I don't do any other bulk saves like this. Yep. Void save macros. So we need to build up the string for this. Which means we're going to be progressively... I guess it could be considered a kind of a join. Do we have a join? Strings, tokens size. Huh, I wonder if that handles nulls. That's going to be a minor gems thing, right? String utils. Add the join function. In strings, append element string. Result is a simple vector. Numchar Sterlin. Does Sterling I mean, you'd think Sterling would handle nulls? Not documented. Terminating null. Sterling not checking for null. Pointer to a character array, not a valid argument. All right, so we don't get a freebie. Now, I guess I could make a new array that had the pointers to all of those elements with that filled in. So we know the size. The 4 and I. This is going to be exactly equal to our count. The save array of I is going to equal our macro keys. No, key macros of I or an empty string. I don't think it matters that it's the same. Then yeah, I think it's an array of char pointer. We have a setting string is join strings, the number that are there with I'm actually not sure which carriage return it's going to be. And it's going to be kind of system dependent. Oh, what did I break on? /n. And settings manager set settings content? Settings string and then delete. And I guess we would only do that anytime we modified it. Okay, we cannot do bool to car. Right, because that's actually a Boolean operator, so we can't. We can do that, I guess. And set setting contents is not a thing. Is set setting a thing? Oh, I wonder if that uses the type argument to figure out what to do. In setting name. Wait. A vector of strings? Well, that's a vector of characters. Maybe it's a vector of car, not a... So that's a string tokenized by white space. Get setting multi. What if there's a string multi? Okay, so that's a character vector. Let's get setting multi. Get in setting. Okay, so there's those. Default value. Get string setting back to returning first token with new get setting content. Get full contents of a settings file as a string. Since the buffer never returns null. Oh, because it has a default value. Okay, so to set a string setting, I actually need to have a vector of the string. Oh, no. It does it by type. So if it's a pointer to string, will you accept... Let's see, it's writing this as const char. But join does not take const char. If we had a local variable, we're going to have a similar thing. Okay, we set that up as clear. A little bit awkward to get to, but you shouldn't have to do it very often. Okay. And if you did something that you wanted to go back and grab, you could always, if we did wolf and we wanted to grab that, then we go there, do something else, search for wolf. So that actually takes care of the wanting a quick way to clear something. Huh. And I can actually fix that shift key by making semicolon also an activator for that. That would be technically a different patch. A sample file could be useful. Well, I might want to actually play with it a little bit and see what kind of things I like using there. Oop, we started open. All right, so that it still might be nice to have a faster way of doing that. Oh no 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 no. guess I can start putting a sample file in the settings. All right, so this is definitely going to be here. Oh, and I also have the still technically untested flag for it. Definitely be there. And so it'll certainly be off. And what was it? Use macro? Macro keys enabled? Macro keys enabled? Let's put this all the way back down here. Simple boolean. Oh, this actually was a bigger one. Okay, and nothing. Game source settings. I'm gonna need to change. I mean, I guess the age scaling file is there, even if it's not enabled. Okay, so all the save stuff is new. Game sour. Now that we've added some stuff, we have to add this explicitly. Yep. Allowed characters? I know I had to do something specifically to allow that. Maybe it was in a different file. Okay. Text field, text area. No, text field. Oh no, but it's passed to here. Are you not part of living life? Or maybe it gets initialized in the H file? Used for its text filtering capabilities. Oh, you would be in the constructor argument. Yeah. You do not have the... You do not have semicolon. STG series, STG go to. This will be object search. If the text is that, we're explicitly putting that in. That will give us an unshifted version. Oh, did I? Yeah, I used my compiler window. All right, now we have non-shifted access to that. We don't have macro keys on yet. We do have macros for clear. Let's see. So the quote keys already won't activate the say box. They're right next to it. I don't think I'm using L for anything. J was the head of a search. Still got that. Let's see, so normally if I cancel a search, I was like, clear it. And actually, that removes the shift from that process, just doing that. How easily could I detect a key in the say field? Well, this is actually, if not, is focused. Say field, is it? Let's see. I actually want this to clear the search, which is like unto the macro. So enter if begins with, which also means we want to manipulate this. Search command, filter string, if filter string length greater than 0, not blank. Not equal to 0. So we've cleared it. So we always clear the search string. And clean up all this stuff. Okay, almost. But now I'm doing essentially a recursive call. And I guess I could pull out that function. Everything else is in here, but this is my patch. I could pull it out if I want to. We've already got this. Let's see, what would we need to do? We would need to clear the string. We would need to clear the sought objects, remove the location slip. Actually, no. This is the idea was if you press it twice, it functions the quick clear. So the box would have been open and could have had contents. Would it be too easy to hit that accidentally and destroy your text? All right, so the text box itself will prevent us from typing the semicolon. We think we can maybe still recognize it up above. All right, so open it. Okay, we did not unfocus the box, but I think that actually cleared it. And should I clear... If I clear the text too, which I think is just set text empty. Oh. So the reason to do the recursive call is that I have another patch to add person search to that. And that might end up in that same bit. Yeah, you gotta pop it up, but... It's a fast clear. Now if I'm running around, I do have to pop over to that side of the keyboard, unless I'm not typing anything. But I've filled up most of their keys. STG show player search. Living name match, grave name match, location slip. Object search string. A filter string's greater than 0. But we might have to... Well, it's only location slips. We're already... And it's already temp. So it's probably fine. If I'm just running around... And I just want to do a quick clear on that. Even the head of a J would... It's a little bit of a stretch. It's not move your hand off. No. Let's see, there's the back tick. It's a little bit of a stretch, but can kind of stay on the keys. That wouldn't be a double tap necessarily. That would just be its own key. Oh. No, because it's back tick. Oh, we do want the alternate entry, though. Oop. My compiler. Okay, so I broke that opening at all. Oh, I broke that opening at all. Okay, so that does need a break. That does a break. So we should have been going down that path. Oh, we lost the knot. Okay, so that doesn't have an exit. The main thing I was worried about the doubles if you do type it again. And it's mostly just a backspace if you get in there by accident. We've got... Oh, we don't have macro keys yet. Oh, Canada's another common one. Oh, that does not cancel. Oh, because that was if focused. This does it anytime. And reach-wise... still off home row. Maybe that should be settable keys. That's pretty closely aligned. Although I guess we could have, like... Well, that ends up being 2 short activation keys. Although it could really be 1. Just the fact that it starts with colon when you're typing it is the only reason to have that be the activation. So you'd have search activate and search open and search clear or something as configurable keys. Let's see, time is still looking pretty good. All right, well, we've got some pieces here. All right, so that is 2 1-character settings. And I've done other things that are like... we don't have player track key. Hello. It's C++. A lot of it feels like C. There's like a vector class. The big parent object here is a swappable interface. And I wouldn't call it heavy or modern C++. No. So I don't have a player track key. Do I have a player mark key? And then you... we say if it's there, and if it's 1, then we set it. All right, so do we have any object? Search, M object search. settings. No, it was always just don't ever press that key if you don't want to do it. Which I guess having a setting for the key would give you a way to disable it. So did you add any top-level variables? Default search for craving. Static char. Static char clear search key. Yep. And I'm not sure what I want to make with that one yet. Make of that one yet. Oh, and then this has the whole key check thing. Player track. Player mark. It's really getting more like that. This is going to be the search key string. Hey, Bullied, how's it going? Been okay. Woke up not feeling terribly rusted as usual. And then this is the object search key. Actually, what I should do is I should remember I have my marks. And go back to look for you. Open search key. Actually, you know what? This could just be like, yeah, search key string. They're both related, and then we don't have to char declare that on the next one. Oh, and you're a different setting. This is cancel, right? Yes. All right, player mark key. Oh. Well, I guess that was never in the help before. All right, key not handled by case. Interaction keys enabled. Camera key, mark key, player unmarked key. Wait, that's our ultimate default case. Oh, this is where I do have to abstract things, though. Well, no, because I'm basically moving it out of the case. Open search key. Cancel search key. I guess we might want to do that first. Should these have defaults? When I did this one, I didn't have a default. Or with the mark key, I didn't have a default. You run a my compiler window. Okay. Oh. Clear search key. Cancel search. Yep. Lowercase. Okay, so that still opens. That still clears. I did remove that from the static check, didn't I? So there's still you, there's still you. No, I don't think there's going to be a nice place in the help screen. It's already pretty crowded. Yeah, we've got mark and unmark, and it's pretty packed. Nor is that complete because it doesn't have the macros. So that one is definitely going to be a bit more of a testing thing. I could start defining settings for it. Build, Windows, current build, nope, settings. It's a different kind of key. And we said you were going to be semicolon. And I know it was clear. Was it? It was clear. And you were going to be that for now. No. Of course, I don't have any proof. I have no proof that either of those did anything. So we go back, we go like ahead of a J and clear. I guess I just have no current directory. Oh, maybe there's something that ignores any files. Or maybe I'm ignoring this entire subdirectory here. And I mean, I guess actually the numbers are kind of fair game, aren't they? Since you can't type numbers. I mean, I wonder if that means you could use them for more macros. Or for closer macros. Well, we put handling, that would have to be handled in an entirely separate key handler. So then I might want to pull that out as functions, because I have to call it from multiple places. All right, so this was clear. We were trying out that. We were trying out that. Open search. Oh, you know what? I should have renamed these. So that when you're looking in the directory, you can find them all. Of course, I have to retest everything. Clear. Search. Right, we did that as a test. I mean, and this one we have to rebuild because we changed the variable name. Well, and hopefully that got the setting string. All right. Did I leave this open? Okay, so we were trying that, and we were doing that. And then search. One life. Now it's game source settings. Actually, that's a place where you could turn that off now. Did we just not have files? Player marquee, or do we empty them? Camera key. Okay, it was there, but it was blank. So you can find the setting if you want it. But it defaults that way. And since I'm got sort of a well, I guess if everything tests out today, I could still add this on. But it's a little bit harder to do the well, I can tag what's there if there as long as there's no changes, or I could stash it. I could maybe start doing some text. STG, is it top? Yeah. STG series, STG, go to, say, macros, and actually, I should probably swap those as well. Oop. Where are we? Probably person search? Yeah, player search. And it's just because it added its own key. STG, so there's float and there's sync. Well, I guess float should do the right thing either way. All right, so if that worked, it could be published. I still have README open. Oh, its directory, it is game source. Actually, I guess I want... Those do need to be updated. Oh, yeah, we already put the version in the changelog. Edit changelog? No. We don't know what we're publishing this yet. Configurable key to clear object. Search defaults to. Oh. Is that a backtick? What's the official way of doing that? Markdown literal backtick. Okay, that's for code. Or double backticks. Okay. Maybe that works. Macro keys assignable to F2 to F12. Yeah, and actually, if we have the clear key, then I'm not necessarily going to need the macro key that clears search. Say macros. Say field. I guess I could work on some of the README stuff for that. I opened one of them. So one of these is going to be a brand new patch when it goes. This will be... That's what it is. This would be a feature... Actually, this does affect presence in vanilla because you can just turn off the search keys. Well, we can turn off the keys. We can't turn off typing the character. So it doesn't move. Is this pretty much what we have in our other README? Okay, well, there's the default search of craving, which we kind of separated out here. Okay, yeah, so those are the same. Yes, that's the same. Open the say field. Pre-filled by pressing. I never did that version of things here. Settings, search openkey.ini. Clear the current search. by pressing, oh, there's that. Search clear key. So right now we've got this in, we got this in vanilla, which these are not configured in vanilla. Default search for craving. Oh, does that just never... Ah. All right, so that's all the changes to you. And we have perspective new patch. Let's see, F2. F12. Let's see, F1 is taken by closing the save field. Control plus key with, say, open to assign text. Settings, macro keys. Values are saved when updated or edit in. All right, so this is, I guess I did have an enable for this. Or did I call it key macros? Macro keys enabled. So that would be disabled in vanilla. That would make it a plus feature. So that did have a revisit of object search, which would probably be kind of the most recent place to describe it. Or maybe, did I have a subsection for, say, field stuff? This is going to be, yeah, this is vanilla stuff. And this would only be Person search, object search, save field. All right, so plus is at 141. Yes, this is here. You could perhaps do that as well. All right, so we've got that sketched out. There's probably going to be some tuning. Other stuff would be like, well, I'm almost thinking I need to do like how to install, how to use features like short videos. There's also something I have to figure out video editing in general. I don't know if anything else that I need to work on right now. This one came together surprisingly fast. Given that some things could take up like the entire day on nothing. And then getting the 2-hall build set up again could be a bit of a thing. Maybe we could do some research on functional age, display age. Compute display age, compute current age, no override. Compute current age. Baby cries for 5 seconds every time they speak. Temp override over. Temp age override set time. Current age, actually, those are the only times, but then these functions get used by everything else. So that's why it's hard. Okay, save position, you don't want to do that. Draw a hierarchy graph. We're drawing it relative to their graphics. This is compute current age. Looks like it's for drawing. Looks like it's for drawing. Looks like it's for drawing. That's a different kind of age. Okay, no override. Compute current age. If it's an override, else no override. Where's the no move age? Okay, so that's all that's used for. All right, so we said you were graphics, your draw. Your draw. That's positioning stuff. Display the years of our life. Of course, that would use the cry modified time as well. Yeah, so time no override might be sometimes what we want. We'd have to actually swap it into here as well. Compute current age. This is for click ordering of characters. Or because of their different sizes. That's for the effect on hunger. It was specifically for items that people brought up. That's for music. Oh, and say cap. That would also be a thing. Anim sound. Passing it to music. And that's my custom thing. That is... It's a hit. I don't think you'd care about closest object parts for that. Now you see, here's the functional age coming up. Our age greater than 13, so that's for picking up babies. They are a baby. Die command. So maybe it was only picking up babies, not picking up age-restricted objects. What does... What did this get used in again? This is only used for no move age, and... Yeah, so we could use that. If that did not... Oh, final age set. What's final age set? Well, it was... We were ignoring that anyway, so it's probably like they're in the process of dying. Yeah. You were like age something. STG show age scaling. So living life. Age control. Compute display age, compute server age. Oh, that's for going backwards. And the music player. All right, so these made nice little shims. So probably the sensible thing to do is take it out of override. And actually display age. Yeah, we're not very, we were building on top of that formula, so you just remove the call. And then we'd have to switch the can pick up player to override, which would be a little change. The annoying thing about that will be testing. So we specifically want to be fixing it for. There were 2 live people who were asking about it. So I need to get that built up, investigate why the setting file was not defaulting. And I guess we could be checking this out just to make sure there's nothing. Let's see, what this would affect. This thing might build test pretty quick. Although, if I change the patch, then I lose track of what I'm changing. One thing about the stat kit is you don't really have the same kind of change history as you do of the commit change history as you do in regular code necessarily. I guess it would kind of show up in the, if I then committed it to the patch series. Oh. May only matter for picking up babies. Perhaps. Compute current age. No override. And swap that function in for pickup checks. All right, maybe we're done a little early today. And that means we can start earlier later. We do have a current build for me, correct? We do not. All right, that's it for now. Let's see. We can start that. If the click takes the click. Thanks to the support from the subscribers, voluntary and otherwise. Thanks to everybody who hosted me. This is mainly a thing I work on once a week. So I can kind of do stuff and then test it out in the afternoon. And that's when I'm usually on. So normally we get caught up in something and go longer, but we're kind of wrapping up some loose ends and somehow the new stuff didn't become a new loose end. Have a good morning and goodbye.